Legal Dope News TV. Let's go. Dallas County has extended voting hours until 9 p.m., adding an extra 2 hours to try and make up for the polling station shenanigans out here in the D, caused by new voting restrictions, leading to many D-towners getting turned away from voter polls. Poll workers and voters have both reported discombobulation and confusion with the new process, with people complaining that it flat out restricts where voters can vote. Election judges at Lee McShane Elementary in Dallas say they've seen a lot of people trying to vote at the wrong precinct. Two people living in the same home may have to vote in two different places. Democrats have to vote at Lee McShane Elementary, and the Republicans living in the same area would have to vote at Benjamin Franklin Academy. What in the Jim Crow? A poll worker in Dallas told reporters she had to turn away voters because only Republicans were allowed to vote at that location. The Dallas Democratic Party wasn't going for it and had to file a petition to extend the voting hours. Judge Stacey Williams expeditiously approved the extension. The fuckery was so severe that the Dallas County Elections Department whole website crashed, y'all. Damn. So boom. And to ensure that voters are allowed to cast their ballots, all Dallas County polling stations are to be kept open and voting is extended from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. This order came down after the Democratic Party in Texas put out a statement letting it be known that counties need to extend poll hours and stop playing games with the people. This mishandling lies at the feet of every Republican official who refused to work toward joint primaries, but instead ran with election conspiracy theories, TDP chairman said in response. Democrat Colin Allred and U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett are holding a press conference to speak on the situation in Dallas. State Rep James Talarico released a statement saying he is deeply concerned about the reports of voters in Dallas being turned away and also called for an extension. Right on. In Texas, a primary runoff is declared when no one candidate in a race is able to secure more than 50% of the vote. If any of the March primary races result in a runoff, the runoff election will be held on May 26th, with early voting in the runoff taking place from May 18th to the 22nd. Alicia Pierce, the Assistant Secretary of Communications for the Texas Secretary of State's office, said voters need to remember that even though the state's primaries are open, meaning voters have the option to cast ballots in either the Democratic or Republican primary, they are locked into whichever political party they voted for that year. If you vote in the primary of one party, you cannot switch parties for the runoff. So if you vote in the Republican primary, you need to vote in the Republican runoff. If a runoff race is close, candidates can request a recount if the results are within 10%. A breakdown of Texas recount rules can be found on the website for Texas Secretary of State's office. All right, look out. It ain't nothing to hit the like button, get on your job and subscribe to the mob. We out.